Slop City Podcast!
Oh, that's beautiful.
What'd you say, bitch? We kind of did, but that's okay.
All right.
He can beep that out.
Well, I didn't say anyone's name. I don't know their name.
Yeah.
I also didn't have my microphone anywhere near me. So,
I don't know if it picked it up. Brandy, you'll be able to take care of it, right?
Randall.
I will, yes.
Absolutely. Randy had Libby's...
Absolutely.
Randy had Libby's little headphones in a Ziploc bag, and Rafe was like, is it okay, like, if I wear these? I'm like, listen, she's become a huge, raging bitch since she got verified, but, like, she'll let you wear her headphones.
Tell me about it.
Oh, God, she's just so I mean, I rear-ended her car, or backed into it, tapped it, just barely tapped her car, and she acted like she was going to sue me, use the word ricochet, whiplash. So.
Those two things don't really.
Oh, we got to clap. Oh, we got to do it at the same time.
Well, I was waiting on you. You didn't do
2,
anything.
3.
There we go.
Sassy. Just because you missed the clap.
Well, okay. There's no counting.
It's like, pass the clap.
No counting in.
No counting in. None of that. Sup, y'all? Welcome to Slope City Podcast. Welcome to the Slop City Podcast, everybody. I'm your host, Tina Debo.
And I am your substitute teacher. Cool teach. Got his chair turned around backwards. Wore Cincinnati Reds baseball cap backwards.
Mm-hmm.
And he's ready to keep it real. Rafe Williams.
And he's wearing flip-flops, which is really upsetting.
Wearing shower shoes.
Yeah, that's...
And you slide into, like Rand Paul. Call back.
Oh, boy. Libby is back on the road, and we got my partner, Rafe Williams, here today. Ready to rock.
Ready. Got a triple shot zero sugar energy from Starbucks. Bleep that out unless they sponsor. So I'll be all jazzed up by the end and ready to rock.
Just by the end of the podcast. So next time you guys are at Starbucks, make sure to use the code the tosser up at the stand. Let the barista know.
If you tell them your name is Tosser to put on the side of the cup, they'll just slide it across to you. They'll know what's up.
Mm-hmm. Randy went into my job the other day, and guess who he saw?
I don't know.
The Donald. I'm the Donald too. Randy, how was that? Libby didn't get to see him, so that's a bit upsetting because I presume he may be dead by the end of the year, unfortunately.
Jeez.
Well, as I was walking into the establishment, there he was, right there at the door with this big muscular-looking bald dude with his walker and his drink in his hand, something in a rocks glass clear with a lime.
Wait, he had a drink in his hand?
He had a drink in his hand, and it was raining. I was like, oh, you guys come on out. You know, that's fine. I'll hold the door for you. And the big muscular guy's like, no, he's waiting for his cab. Just come on through. And Donald's blocking the whole, that little entryway there.
Oh, yeah.
The whole fucking thing.
The tiniest foyer in the world.
Yes.
And Donald's like, get out of my way. This is my area.
So I walked in and he was like, you're looking good today. But, what was I at? Oh, I was going to hold the door for him. And he's like, no, I'm just going to sit right here and wait for my cab. I was like, okay, go ahead, man. You're good. Take your time. I was very polite because I knew it was Donald. I was going to ask him for a selfie, but I didn't want to piss off the bald dude. And he looked at me and he said, you're a very good man.
Oh,
you're a good man today.
So I went in and I got a table and I pre-ordered for me and the person that I was meeting.
Mm-hmm.
and the person that I was meeting texted me. I'll show you this. I'm in the parking lot, and some asshole in the cab's blocking the way in.
Dude, I'm telling
So we
you.
both got Donald blocked trying to get into your establishment.
Yeah, Donald.
You got Donald cock blocked. That's what he fucking does, man. He just does whatever he wants. He gets so upset when people park it's not even an actual spot. It's just like the entryway into the joint. Oh, yep, you had a boogie, but you got it. That was close.
Nice try.
Almost went through the whole podcast with a little boogie.
I would have.
You did a great job.
I would have checked.
But that's what Donald does, man. He just parks wherever. I mean, he doesn't drive anymore. We all know that. But like when someone else parks in that area, he's fucking livid.
Yeah.
And he's all about it all day long. Tina, somebody's parked in the spot blocking the whole restaurant. Can you believe it?
It's me.
He's fucking livid. But then he fucking just ruins your dinner by doing his fucking thing.
When she was trying to pull in, that guy was yelling at her to get out of the way and go around because she was trying to get into the parking lot through that area that you're talking about. So he was a douchebag about it.
The cabbie?
Yep.
It's like I can tell that the cabbie has so much disdain for Donald, but I love that he's like still going to bat for him. Like,
Yeah.
get out of my fucking customer's way. Because he's his one driver. Donald took an Uber one time, and I'm telling you, dude, his whole fucking brain about blew up.
He could only take it one time because he got a 1-star rating right out of the gate. No one would ever pick him up again.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't have a smartphone. He has a flip phone. Someone else set it up on theirs. Fortunately, they didn't get a message like, oh, somebody made a mess in your car.
Yeah. Have you already told that story on here?
No.
We wrapped like a big shoot, the sitcom thing that we wrote.
The 90s thing that all the pictures where we looked.
Yeah. So we had a wrap party at a bowling alley, and one of the guys on the crew, great night. Everybody's having fun, drinking beers, bowling, the cast, the crew. Everybody's, we're proud of the work we just did. And this one guy with like long hair.
Well, and this was after Cosmic Bowling. I think that's very crucial to the story. Like,
Okay.
We were like partying, like it's like the cute, glow in the dark, everything. And it's like, when the lights come on, it's kind of like, all right, everybody, let's wrap it up.
Yeah. I think it's also important to note there were children actors on scene, and we were leaving, and there was like a pitcher of beer. The company paid for booze, so there was like a pitcher of beer left over. And this guy was getting kind of drunk because during Cosmic Bowling, I bowled with some of the crew guys, and like when he would miss his shot, he would be like 2 fingers to the fucking scoreboard, and he'd be like, "Fuck you, bowling pins."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Yeah, there's a kid right here, man. Like, I'm not saying whatever." And
it was very out of character. Like, you didn't even notice this guy. He was like incognito when he got there, almost,
Yeah, he was very cognito when he left, though, if that's a thing, because he decided he was going to chug a pitcher of beer, Randy, to like, just for some reason we're leaving. The night's over. He got away with it. Everything was cool. He chugs a whole pitcher of beer, gets down to like the foam, sets it down. We're all sitting there. Now, this guy's a freelance, like, sound guy, These are people that hire him to, this is a job function for all intents and purposes.
Job function.
And he put the beer down, and he, like, winked at everybody, put his mask on.
He did the hang loose sign, too,
He did
remember?
He did the hang loose.
Yeah.
And he put his mask on, and when he put his mask on, he fucking puked. And, like, so much puke. And
He
the
barfed.
mask wouldn't come off because it was so secure on his ears.
Yeah, he had like an N95 mask on. It's not like he had like a little
it wasn't
cloth mask.
It was like the one that, like, definitely would hold some puke in. And it was like, he was puking so hard, it was like coming off his face and breaking the seal, like, Then it would sit back down on his face, and he'd puke again, and it was like screaming out the sides, and he ran
Barf everywhere.
Oh, dude, puked so much. Went to the bathroom. He felt bad for him. He comes back out, and he's talking to like the guy, one of the producers, one of the big wigs that were there, and he's like, "Hey, I'm sorry, man. I chugged that beer. I just wanted to look cool, and now I feel like I don't look cool at all." And we're like, "Yeah, man, you just puked in your N95 mask in front of an entire." So they got him an Uber on the company card. They got like, we want to make sure you get home safe. Got him an Uber, put him in an Uber, which you're not supposed to do. Did it on this other guy's phone.
What do you mean you're not supposed to do? You're not supposed to put other people in
You're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to put other people in Ubers on because it's a danger for Uber drivers. They don't know who they're riding with. They don't have to worry about their star rating. Case in point of why it's not a good idea. They put him in an Uber, and the producer wakes up the next morning. He's got a message from Uber Technologies, and he's like, "Your card has been charged $150. It appears you made a mess in the Uber."
This poor little angel just trying to look cool. Not only made a fool of himself and barfed everywhere at the bowling alley. Mm-hmm. He barfed. He could have shit his pants.
I'm wondering. Yeah, it could have been a shit. I think we were talking. I'd rather have a shit than a puke.
Really?
Well, your shit stays in your pants, right? A puke's going everywhere. But then someone's like, "Nah, I'd rather somebody puke in my car than shit their pants in my car." What would you choose?
Puke
or shit my pants in your car?
Excuse me. I think, I guess you're right, because it's like the second someone pukes in there, you got a lot of cleanup. You're going to Waterway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's like the spot you go to when someone vomits in your parents' car when I was younger. It's like, take the car to Waterway while they're out of town. They'll take care of all the vomit. I mean, I feel like puke would be easier to clean up.
I'd probably be more willing to clean puke.
Than shit.
Shit, I'm going to make the person do it themselves.
Oh, yeah.
Which is weird because it's the same exact thing. It's just coming out in a different place. It's something that's been in your body, in your belly, and it's coming back. But it's just not doo-doo yet.
Oh, I don't.
Doesn't have that methane funk on it yet.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with shit in their pants. But the problem you get into there is like, what if this person doesn't wear undies and it's straight diarrhea? What if they're just like, I don't wear undies?
You can't get into the ins and outs.
I go to command it. Why not?
What if they puke blood?
Oh, fuck. What if
let's get into it.
They puke green vomit.
Let's just say regular doo-doo.
Just a regular kind of dog style doo-doo. Like it's just nice and hard.
Like,
healthy.
Like clay.
Okay.
Mud.
Yeah. I guess I'm going with I want them to shit their pants.
All right. She
inside
wants poop.
Of their pants.
Randy, what are you going to go? In your car. Give me a ride to the airport. I have an emergency. I got to throw up or I got to shit myself. What are you taking?
That's a good one. On the way to the airport.
The one concern I would have is shit is septic and you would have to disinfect it. But you say shit your pants, which tells me it's going to stay in your pants, and I'm probably just going to have to deal with
Might
the smell.
soak through.
I'm going to probably go with shit your pants because then I'm going to make you clean it up anyway.
But I'm on the way to the airport and I don't have time.
That's the big fuck you. It's like, okay, listen, man, drop me off at the airport.
I'm about to make this Southwest's problem, you know?
I'm still going to go shit your pants.
All right, shit your pants. He went scientific. He went Bill Nye, the science
septic.
Guy. Septic. Today's Slop City word of the day is septic.
Go to a Starbucks counter and use the code SEPTIC and get yourself a coffee on us,
because
guys.
you will shit your pants immediately.
Well, and if you're in somebody's car and you're like, if you puke, you can't really control where it goes. It could go everywhere from the back, that headrest. If you're in the back seat, let's just presume that Randy's chauffeuring you around just for sake of funny. And it could go on the headrest. It could go on the front of the car, front of the windshield, everything.
Yeah.
If you start shitting your pants, you can do that quick move where you go, where you kind of like blast off,
Yeah.
And like, you're like, oh. And that kind of keeps it grounded. So it's not going to start dribbling down your pants or anything like
That's
that.
what I assume happened in an Uber. I like to think that they had a conversation and the guy was telling him the story.
Oh, that's so
with
sad.
his
He's
mask
like,
still on in the Uber, and he's like,
cool.
"How was your night, man? Hey, thanks for picking me up."
Yeah, no problem. No problem. So, what were you up to tonight? The bowling alley's open. That's cool.
Yeah, I played the claw machine, and I did some skee ball.
I love the claw machine.
I bowled. I didn't do that great, but I did flip off the scoreboard every time. I did knock down every single pin in front of some small children. And that was pretty cool. Yeah, that was cool. And then, but on the way out, I tried to chug a whole pitcher of warm beer, and then
That's never a good idea, buddy.
Yeah. I tried to look cool, and I was just like, oh man, I puked everywhere. With my mask on too, so that was I made it extra embarrassing because it kind of like made it longer and it made it go in like all different directions instead of me just being like I couldn't get to a trash can or nothing. And
oh man,
you know what? I think I'm ready to put that behind me. And
no, before he says that, the Uber driver puts his hand on the passenger headrest, turns around, and is like, "You better not puke in my car." And then he just hits it.
Too late.
There's fucking puke everywhere, brother.
But we don't know. He could have shit. It just said a mess. Maybe he finally was like, no matter what, I am not puking again. So he just held his mouth shut and he was like, oh no.
Guy's like, my leather seats.
Leather would be the best possible.
For sure. Definitely. I feel like if you're an Uber driver, you gotta have leather seats because these fucking dildos are coming in all the time.
Yeah.
Dirty.
Seat cover, maybe. But yeah. Randy and I were talking before about colonoscopies.
Libby had one.
Speaking of poo-poo.
Yeah.
It's not like we always talk about poop on here, but that's all right.
That's okay. We'll we still got a lot of time. There's a lot of ground that could be covered.
Well, we were just
I've
talking
never had
about,
one.
I was saying that, be happy about that. You're very young. If you had a colonoscopy already.
Something's wrong.
You want to let me do anal. Imagine. Imagine.
You're not getting in that.
We'll see.
It's only happened on accident once. Right? Didn't you dunk in one time and I got scared?
Oh, well,
I think there was one time.
I just slipped out.
Rafe actually doesn't know where a pussy hole is.
Well, I had to figure it out like most guys. I know it's below the waist. Yeah, colonoscopies are crazy because my doctor wouldn't give me the video. I was mad about that because I just wanted to go to a rave or a party and just put a video of my asshole getting scoped and just over house music and not tell anyone what it dude, this video is crazy. I feel like I'm tripping balls right now. I'm like, that's my ass, bro.
It would probably honestly be really cool. Like one of those
Have you ever seen a colonoscopy video?
No.
It does. It looks like an alien.
Guys, let's type in unlicensed
Looks like some
colonoscopy
Doctor
video.
Who. Type it in, see what happens. While you're typing it in. Well, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, I was watching Colbert last night, and they were talking about the lady who was Donald Trump's press secretary she was so short, she never gave a press conference. She never talked to the press once.
Was it Sarah Huckabee Sanders?
No.
Or
I
the
know
lady
who that
after?
is. Lady after, I don't know her name.
Kylie McEnany, the blonde one?
Nope.
Okay.
He had many.
That makes sense.
But whoever this lady is, you can look her up. She just had a book come out. Uh-oh, here we go. Nope.
Well,
just stone cold silence. Oh, I thought you were going to look up the...
I know. I want to look up the...
Just put new book.
New book. New boon. What's happening?
Nothing. Dead air.
Well, it's okay.
Dead air.
I ain't scared of the silence.
Dead air. Somebody riding in their car right now.
Stephanie Grisham.
There you
Okay,
go.
cool. Don't even know who that is.
She was very the name of her book is I'll Take Your Questions Now, which is like so lame. It's like, yeah, you didn't have a single press conference.
It's like if a comedian wrote a book and was like, is this thing on?
Well, two things are hilarious. One, if you don't think he was crazy, Randy has had a colonoscopy. I've had a colonoscopy. You have not. Libby has. So 3 out of 4 slop citizens have colonoscopies. Look it up. It's
Are
a
you
fact.
saying colonoscopy? I thought it was colonoscopy.
I don't know. I mean, I worked in surgery for years, and they called it colonoscopy. I think I just made it sound cooler. I'm just probably waiting for the butt doctor to be like, "Stop saying colon, guys." So like when you get a high colonic, it's not a high colonic. But I don't know. It's probably one of those either way things.
Yeah, tomato.
Yeah, we're getting caught up in the minutia of this story. But I'll tell you this. If you don't think the president was crazy, in this book, she said that there was like a secret emergency that he had to go to Walter Reed Medical Center and they would never say what it was. And he had to get a colonoscopy, and he was so paranoid about turning over power to Mike Pence, because if you're under anesthesia, you have to temporarily surrender presidential powers to the vice president.
Oh, God.
That he got a colonoscopy with no anesthesia. So he was awake.
What the fuck?
Randy's texting, but I'm telling you, he can attest to this.
No, this is
Could you
what he
imagine
does.
getting one awake?
No, absolutely not. Well, actually, okay, wait a minute. I did
He refused anesthesia because he didn't want to give up the powers of the presidency for like 2 hours while he was
Okay,
getting his butt.
I had the one where they do the camera, and that I was asleep for. Then I did what was called a barium enema, I believe, and I was awake for that because I had to turn over.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and I was just kind of loopy. And I
Yeah.
remember, dude, that was one of the funniest things I've ever experienced in my life, because when we were talking about it, I was thinking about literally what was going on. You're jamming this purple goo up in my butt
Yeah.
and taking pictures, and then I got to make a mad dash for the toilet when you're done, and they warn me, dude, this is going to start flying out. And it did. And it was fucking hysterical, dude. It was one of the funniest things I've ever experienced.
Yeah. Someone must have had one of those on our way to the Kansas City Chiefs game, because I went into a men's room at a Pilot, and there was like a little Jack and Jill, or a little fucking, what's the gingerbread house story? Who were the 2 kids that got eaten by a witch? Hansel and Gretel?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was like a trail of little turds, dude, going into a stall. Somebody had shit their pants and left little Hershey's Kisses on the floor, and they were still in there. And it was definitely a grown man, because I saw their feet. They had huge feet.
Dude, that was fucked
And I
up.
stepped in human shit on the way to the Kansas City Chiefs game, and it really bummed me out.
Well, Rafe literally, like, we go into this gas station, we're walking in, and I think I went to the bathroom afterwards, and Rafe was just like, we're crossing paths or whatever. Rafe's like, dude, there's fucking human shit over there. And I was like, what? And I walk out, he goes, I stepped in it.
It was so gross, man.
And then it was the men's bathroom, and
So
there
bummed.
were it was like a little Hershey's Kiss. They were
Yeah.
like tiny little
Yeah,
dookies.
dude,
It
you
was
could-
like it wasn't like a big, large piece of shit.
No, that's how you know somebody was clenching so hard that it was just like, it was like a little fucking Play-Doh fun factory, just like leaving little. And I felt like everybody coming in too was like, no one was showing any empathy. Everyone was like, oh damn. And this guy's like in there, and you can just like see pants around his ankles and hear like furious like. I'm like, dude, he's wiping from his ankles up, and I mean, I stepped in his shit, and I had brand new shoes on that had like all white soles.
Well,
And
yeah,
I was like,
and-
God damn it.
And there was like the little caution sign or whatever next to it, the little yellow sign. But when you were gone, I assumed it was a child that dookied, because it was these tiny little turds, like just tiny little circles. And this old man wearing, he was like tall, probably 6'4", slender, tan, wearing like a fucking, Lake of the Ozarks boring ass shirt and
Sure.
that font that they always use on those things, where
Right.
it's like they outline it in white. It almost looks like a collar. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's on your tits right now.
Yeah, this shirt I'm wearing, or this old Chiefs hoodie I'm wearing. But he and I made eye contact.
Yeah.
He was walking out, and I was kind of like, and the guy looked at me like, oh, just like an old man. Like he's like, oh, he looked like he smoked a lot. Like he was like, I'm ready for a cigarette, just looking at me. I was like, no way that guy pooped his pants. Like he's got work boots on. If you're telling me those little poops traveled from his boxers, because I would presume he's wearing boxers and not boxer briefs. Because you don't if you're wearing boxer briefs and you shit your pants, it's gonna be a little locked in,
Yeah, unless he was like trying to do the dismount where he's trying to get his pants down really fast and just couldn't get in there.
Yeah, all the way from the fucking gas station to the bathroom.
There has to be and there has to be a moment in the stall after you've shit on the floor and you've cleaned yourself up that you got to have like that. You're in that private booth that you got to be like, I'm about to rejoin the public. And everyone here knows that I pooped on the floor. And you got to like give yourself a pep talk in there and be like, all right, it happened. You know what? It doesn't define you as a man. It just is part of who you are. And head high, you just walk out of here and you don't make eye contact. Oh, that girl. Like immediately. Yeah. What if it wasn't him? What if, and I posit this theory, what if the guy who puked at our party and shit in the cab or in the Uber just was like, I'm going to move to Kansas City and start a new life. I'm going to move halfway between Kansas City and St. Louis, and I'll only go into the cities for work. And it was his first day in this new town.
Working
he just
at
signed
a
a lease.
Casey's.
Just signed a 1-year lease on his place, and he's like, this gas station's right by my house. It's going to be my go-to spot. I'm going to get to know the cashier. They're going to know my lottery numbers. I'm going to develop a rapport, start making friends. And he went in there. And he just couldn't. He went in, and there was just like outside somebody was drinking a 40, and he just like couldn't resist it. He just chugged it.
Oh.
And then he's like, oh. One time I was in an Uber, and oh no! And he ran. He was telling the story of the story of the story, and then he went in there and shit, and then I stepped in full circle.
Full circle.
Then he gave the double fingers to the shit on the floor on his way out.
My biggest problem with that. The fact that there was shit on the floor there is if it was that old man's, I watched him walk out of that bathroom. Like, if you shit on a floor, no matter where it is, you have to clean it up.
Oh, dude, I worked at a gas station. That never.
Well,
I had a lady come up to me one time and go, hey, just wanted to let you know. I worked at Moto Mart. Which is already demeaning enough.
Is it not good?
Everyone just treat. I mean, you're your guest. Like people don't even get off their phone at a gas station.
Yeah,
they
yeah,
just
yeah.
Don't even treat you. You're subhuman.
Yeah.
They'll just be
like
yeah.
Service
I told Cheryl. Fuck you, bitch. Okay, 5 on pump 5. And I'm like, well, first of all, if you got $5 in gas, you're not really telling anyone off.
Yeah.
But
sad.
Lady came up to me and was like, hey, just to let you know. Got my mom out of the nursing home and they gave her a stool softener and we didn't know and she made a little mess in your bathroom, but I wanted to let you know. And I was like, okay, do you want me to get you a mop? And she was like, no, I'm not cleaning it up. And I was like, oh, okay. So your geriatric mom took a stool softener and made a mess in the bathroom and now I have to clean it up? And she was just like, well, I told you. At least I told you. And I was like, oh, good. Well, hey, I'm going to just let you know, I'm going to smash your dick with this rubber mallet, and it's going to hurt real bad. But I just figured I'd let you know before I smashed it. I'm like, I'd almost rather discover it than know.
I don't want to know who did it.
Yeah. And, dude, when I went in this bathroom, it looked like a Jackson Pollock painting. It was like she had shit on the ceiling. I was like, that isn't a little accident. That's a fucking crime. Like, she did a crime in there.
Did you do a handstand?
I honestly
what
think
happened?
she must have just had it all over her and like been flinging her hand. It looked like a monkey cage in there. And I was like, this is fucking, we had to shut it down for the whole shift and like call. I like got what I could, but I'm like, dude, we have to call someone in to clean this.
You need
like a professional company.
Yeah. Or like, those, what are the really high powered water? The power washer.
Yeah.
you need a fucking power washer
We
to
need new
deal with that
drywall.
shit.
We needed new walls.
Yeah, it was like, a guy comes in and like assesses damage, gives you an estimate. He's like, yeah, unfortunately, it's in the walls.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to knock this down.
Let me tell you, if it was that kind of poop, I 100% was someone to puke in my car because that was.
Fuck
You
yeah.
gotta just push your car into the lake after that and just call it a day.
I just don't understand. It's like there have been a couple instances where I have fucked something up in someone else's bathroom. Okay? Like one time I was at a Starbucks and I had to pee so fucking bad. And then it was when Allison and I, my friend that passed away a few years ago, were on a 2-month-long road trip across the West. It was fucking awesome. But we're like living out of bathrooms essentially when we're not camping, like public bathrooms. So we go into a Starbucks and I'm like, I gotta piss, I gotta shit. Like we hadn't been to a bathroom in a while, be driving all day. And I go in there, take a shit, I clog the toilet at Starbucks. So you know what I do? I take off the lid like a good citizen and I fix my problem. You know, I'm like, I am responsible
You put
for
all the
what's
shit
going
in the
on.
back tank
Yeah.
so no one could see it.
I just put my little grubby hands right in the toilet.
No one will ever know.
No, I tried to fix the problem. But this is the fucking worst part. The toilet guy fell off.
Broke.
But it was right in
That's
half.
very on brand for you.
I know. But I was trying to fix it. I didn't want to leave this clogged toilet. So I was doing the thing,
Right.
you do when you lift off the back and you hold the little water guy up and then you drop it down.
Yeah.
Because there was no plunger. I'm trying to fix a problem. I'm trying to do the right thing.
Right.
I did break the toilet cover, but it broke right in half. So I just put the 2 pieces back on top. I didn't tell them. But guess what? Toilet wasn't clogged anymore. Nope. And I did the right thing. Then one time I shit on the back of a toilet. I didn't place my butt properly.
Oh.
I know. It's very embarrassing. But
Such a big hole. How do you miss a hole that big?
I was very scared. I thought I was going to shit my pants. And so I got some dookie on the back of the thing. And I cleaned it up. Because that's what you do.
The American way.
You clean up your shit, man.
Clean up your poop, America.
Clean up your shit.
That's what separates us from the socialists.
Stay the night at a fucking friend's house. You clean up your shit. You
good.
take a blankie that you slept with and you fold it.
You're like Chunk from the Goonies in some ways. You ever remember that movie?
I do. We watch it. Who's Chunk? Which one is that? Is that the Ooga Booga guy?
Yeah. No, Chunk is like the chubby kid.
Oh, okay. That
But
makes sense.
Part of his character was when they wanted something broken. He knocks over a statue where he knocks the penis off the statue and then they have to glue it back on, but they glue it upside down so it looks like he's hard. Which that's the beauty of an 80s kids movie. You never get away with that in a PG. And then when they want him, they hand him a picture because they know he'll drop it because they want to get the map out of it. And he he's just a clumsy guy.
Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to remember this scene. Oh.
It's probably not licensed. That's my mom's favorite piece. You kidding me? What a great line. Yeah.
That is gold. That's my mom's favorite piece. I think that I would.
Little
Yeah.
Samwise Gamgee gluing a little plaster penis back on a doll. That's adorable.
Were they aware of it?
Mr. Frodo, but your penis fell off, and I just wanted to save it.
Did they?
Honestly, Chunk kind of looks like Frodo. Same haircut.
This guy on the right.
Yeah.
Did they know? Oh my God, his little penis fell off, or were they kind of unaware?
Yeah, he literally said that's my mom's favorite part.
Okay.
They glue it back on upside down. It looks like he's got a raging boner.
Randy, that picture, Rafe's like, dude, you remind me of Chunk.
Yeah.
That is
But, let's be honest here. Does that not look like a still photo that could easily be taken of you at any moment in the day?
I just lift my shirt up and show. I flashed a truck driver one time when we were mad that they cut us off. And I was like,
Wow,
yeah.
you showed him.
I was like, yeah, I fucking flashed him. And everyone's like, what? Like, he got something out of that.
Yeah.
This is me flashing a drunk driver.
Yeah. There's a picture of me and you there on the left.
Is that it? Oh my
fuck.
God. This photo, it's me, it's Chunk and the Ooga Booga guy. What's his name? Sloth. Okay. And so they thought he was like a big scary monster, but really he was like a very kind man, right?
Pretty much.
Who just had a birth defect, or was he inbred?
Not clear in the movie. There's clearly something wrong with him.
Okay.
It's ambiguous, but nonetheless.
Nice guy. Didn't he save them?
He did. He was a good guy.
Good
he goes
boy.
to live with Chunk at the end of the movie. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Goonies, that 40-year-old movie.
Wait, he moves into Chunk's house?
At the end, like, someone has to take care of him. So he's like, you're going to live with me.
Aww.
Sloth, love, Chunk. I think they got away with the voice by not saying what was wrong with him. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
Of course, it was the 80s and no one really cared then. Not quite as sensitive or empathetic. I mean, the fat kid was called Chunk.
Yeah.
Which is offensive to me, personally.
Oh.
I was a bit of a chunk.
There's an article on Bon Appetit that literally is titled, Everything Chunk Eats in the Goonies, from Pepsi to pizza.
Yeah.
He's not even chunky. I mean, he's like a little kid, just normal.
Yeah.
It's
Did
funny.
you see the picture of him now?
No, is he hot?
He's like a successful entertainment lawyer in L.A. I looked it up one time.
Entertainment lawyer. Oh, that's him.
He's like a
Yeah, dude.
normal, good-looking guy.
No, he looks like a good catch.
But he was also that way if he was still Chunk, you know?
Sure.
That's what we're trying to get at here, people.
Dude,
If you can't handle me at my sloth, you don't deserve me at my chunk. You know what I'm saying?
Boom, bitch. They literally have a timestamp of all the food he eats that Chunk eats in the movies. Pizza and some milk in a Pepsi cup. Pepsi and potato chips. The Truffle Shuffle. Godfather's Pizza. Oh, is that the restaurant? Godfather's Pizza?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Herman Cain.
Chips. Whipped cream. Chunk is hungry. Chunk's worried about his eating schedule. I do understand that, though. I try not to do that, but I feel like I definitely plan my life around eating sometimes, where I'm like, all right, so what am I going to be eating today, you know?
Mm.
Okay, I'm looking at the colonoscopy video.
I felt sorry for the doctor that had to give Trump an unanesthetized colonoscopy. Like, what kind of bragging was going? He's like, what's going on back there? They say my asshole is the greatest asshole that's ever been seen. Huh?
Nothing. He's doing whatever on the...
Queuing it up.
He knows what he's doing. Yeah, dude, I bet he was so fucking annoying. He's like, get Guinness Book of World Records down here.
Very good,
First-
asshole. It's very nice, asshole.
First man to do a colonoscopy.
I've seen many
Awake.
assholes. None compared to mine.
Look at it.
Doctor, will you make my asshole great again?
Oh, God, I bet he was so annoying. And I bet he was like telling the doctor what to do. Like, no, don't go in there. He's just like the fucking Trump explaining
and think
a
about the dude ate
colonoscopy.
like 2 McDonald's burgers a day his whole life. Imagine how gunked up his colon had to be.
Oh, it's got to be nasty.
Wasn't that it? Didn't he eat like, or was it 2 fish fillets or some shit? He ate McDonald's every day.
He's got like a super fucked up diet.
McDonald's and Diet Coke. Imagine what his asshole's like. Like, that's day in, day out. He eats McDonald's every day. I don't remember what, but he eats 2 either fish fillets or cheeseburgers or something. And then drinks like 40 Diet Cokes a day. So imagine like his asshole had to just be like fucking tar, La Brea tar pits. They found like dinosaur bones in his asshole.
It's like a dirty one-hitter.
Yeah.
You can smoke that resin if you want to, doctor. Scrape it off with a paper clip.
It'll keep you fed. Dude, so it says, like, according to various sources, a roster of his daily food consumption would read something like, skip breakfast, but if he has to have it, then it'd be bacon and eggs. Lunch, again, is optional, though meatloaf sandwiches are a preference.
And a meatloaf sandwich. Meatloaf sandwich. So there you go. That's what he loves for lunch.
Dinner is where the fast food magic happens, and according to the same book, would be a full McDonald's dinner of 2 Big Macs, 2 Filet-O-Fish sandwiches, and a small chocolate shake.
So I was both.
Yeah.
So this dude's putting 4 sandwiches a night, Big Macs, filet of fish. He's mixing up the not meats. And he's chasing it all with the fucking sludge of a chocolate shake.
It's not even like, go to Wendy's, get a Frosty.
And then he's going in unanesthetized. All because he didn't want to give Mike Pence, the powers of the presidency for 4 hours or whatever.
Well, because they probably wouldn't be able to keep that hush-hush, right? They would have to tell someone.
I don't know.
I bet they could lie about it.
I just think he didn't trust Pence. I think he was so paranoid and crazy and power hungry that, like, he was afraid that if he gave him the power that he was, like, going to declare himself president and kick him out. You know what I mean? Like, I think he just was an irrational person.
Well, fuck yeah, dude.
Or that that Mike Pence would declare him, like, incapacitated, and then they would steal the presidency from him. Like, I don't think he trusted the party he was in any more than he trusts anyone else.
What a fucking loon, man. You know, he doesn't have any caffeine or alcohol either, which shows you just how, like, mentally unstable. And listen, I know everybody hears us. What? Why'd you do that?
That someone's mentally unstable for not having caffeine or alcohol?
That he is at the level that he is all of the time. And it's like, that's pure just like narcissism fueling him.
Yeah.
He doesn't, it's not like he's jacked up. Like he's like, oh, dude, like I had 6 Red Bulls today, feeling pretty good. He has nothing. That's just pure narcissism.
He's on one.
Fucking rage or whatever he has inside of him fueling him at all times.
The other, you just reminded me. Narcissism reminded me. The other thing this lady put in her book, one of the other things that they were talking about was when Stormy Daniels' book came out.
Yeah.
She's like, he called me on the phone as his press secretary to let me know that he did not have a small toadstool-like penis. He like described it on the phone to her. Where he's like,
just to let you know, this is from purely professional. Unlike Stormy Daniels said in her book, I do not have a small mushroom-like toadstool penis. I have a very long, very adequate, very nice penis. The shaft is much longer than the head. It does not rest on my ball sack like the little toad man from the Mario Brothers. Just letting you know, he's not tooling around with a little headlight on, trying to find coins in a Mario game as a side quest. My penis is definitely Luigi-sized, at least. Some say when it gets hard, it's like Yoshi's tongue.
Some say when it's really angry, it looks like Bowser.
Yes. Very Bowser-like penis. It's very large. It's very angry. It shoots fireballs at people.
Mr. Trump, why are you using Mario as a reference here? And it's like,
I don't know. I just love Nintendo and McDonald's.
He's a fucking loon, man. To call, like, that's what he was worried about too. He's not like, oh God, everybody's gonna know I'm a fraud.
Yeah, and that was
fucked Stormy Daniels.
And that was the reasoning he gave for not wanting people to know about his colonoscopies. He didn't want to give late night hosts to make fun of his butt. He said that to her. He goes, I don't want to give late night hosts fodder to make fun of my butt. And then,
dude, he's like.
I get that. I actually kind of get that.
Really? Right? I think he's a fucking weenie for that.
I mean,
I'm like, you wouldn't do the White House.
but it's just like but it's like it's gonna come out eventually, and they're gonna still do it. So
Yeah, I'm sure every fucking late night host has already done it once they found all this out.
yeah,
Oh boy, what a life that fucking man lives. I can't even imagine. He just seems like one of those people, it's like, have you ever just been around a fucking know-it-all? Like every fucking thing they say, they're just constantly one-upping you. And this is regardless of their fucking politics. Don't want to upset anybody on Slop fucking City. Remember that one review we got, Randy, where it was like, this podcast used to be amazing, but it's just been too political lately.
Oh,
So
this isn't necessarily political.
No,
as
it's
much
not.
as just an observation of a thing that happened.
I'm just being stupid. But like
We're Rand Paul folks around here. Everybody knows that.
yeah. I love that there's still that sign. Like there's a sign when you drive down Highway 70 from St. Louis to Kansas City. It's like in just this random fucking wooded bush. And it says, vote Ron Paul 2012. And that's it. It's been there for so fucking long.
I think Ron Paul lives there.
Oh, in that town?
I think he lives in that house.
Oh, he's like.
He lives in that bush.
Yeah. He would fucking live in a bush. Yeah, but I'm like, with Trumpet, it's just like,
Trumpet.
I've known so many know-it-alls, and it's like, it's fucking unbearable. Those are the kind of people that are so, like, conceited and wrapped up in their own shit that you, like, slowly slink off and just, like, stop being their friend, and they don't even fucking notice.
Right.
Because they're just so in their own fucking thing. I
Yes.
hate it.
Mm-hmm.
Hate one-uppers. Hate know-it-alls.
Dude, our friend's neighbor.
Oh, Randy, you can see the fucking camera.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna probably cut it off.
Oh,
about
okay,
right there.
okay.
Picture in picture.
I like the camera.
All right, that's fine.
There's nothing wrong with the camera, okay? There's nothing wrong with it.
Ugh.
Our friend's neighbor is like that, dude. Our friend moved to a new place, and his neighbor's like a single lady, lives by herself, worked at Boeing for years. And,
Oh.
no, don't say her name.
Okay.
Bleep her out.
Will you bleep her out, Randy?
I was taking special care not to say her name. But the off chance.
I got you.
But not that she won't know if I tell the story, but everything, dude, every single thing that you say. And she's like, by all accounts, a very successful, very super intelligent engineer. Those things are true, but it's
Fucking
like
baller.
every single thing. She has like these two dogs with like radio collars on, and I'll be like, "Oh, those are cute dogs." And she's like, "Yeah." She kind of talks like Trump, to be honest with you.
She really does.
She really does. This is what she sounds like, and I'm not exaggerating. Tina can attest if this is a good. She'll be like, "Oh yeah, yeah, those are good dogs. Yeah, there's only 20,000 of them in the world. I got 2 of them. Yeah, special breed." And we're like, "Oh, that's cool." And then he got a pontoon boat, and I was like, "Oh, I got a cool pontoon boat." And I was like, "That's a perfect size for this lake. It's like a 12-footer. It's the smallest one you can get." She's like, "Yeah, I had an 8-footer. They don't make them anymore."
Just call
Yeah, I had an 8-footer. It was the shortest boat you could get. But I sold it. Made money on it.
And I'm just like, "Okay,
It was
cool."
shorter
Yeah.
than the shortest person in the world.
Yeah, it's like a toadstool-like, mushroom-like boat.
Very short.
So like everything you say, dude, she has had a better version of it, or the thing she has is rare.
Yeah, she can't like just have. You can't have just a normal conversation with
she
people
can't
like
just
that.
say that's cool.
That's it.
She can't just be like surface level and say, "Oh, that's a cool thing."
Or be happy for their neighbors that just moved into the neighborhood and like are for the first time in their life living on a
She
lake.
even one-upped them where she was like,
Yeah, St. Louis Cardinal lived here before you. So one of my best friends. We used to come over, play drum circle together.
What's drum circle?
I don't know. It was like, she said it was like a guy from the Cardinals that was from Venezuela, and he would do like drum circles at night, and she would get to come over and hang out. I was like, "Yeah, you're a good neighbor, but I don't know, like a professional athlete lived here before you, so you're kind of a letdown." Like she even one-upped them as people.
Dude, she one-upped us at a party where we were trying to get a fire going. And it's like, were we kind of struggling a little bit? I don't remember if the wood was wet or what was going on or if we just didn't have any kindling or whatever. But we're just trying to make a fucking fire. And nobody's expecting this cat to come over. She basically leaps over, hurdles, essentially, a fucking stack of like wood chunks. Hurdles that comes out of nowhere.
She has more firewood than any one human would ever need, by the way.
Yeah, dude. It's like for a fucking, she's set up for a nuclear fallout or something.
Yeah.
Like she is fucking ready. So this fucking gal, we're all chilling, hanging, drinking, laughing, enjoying a nice night out on the fucking lake at our friend's new house they bought. Just having a good time. And this fucking lady like hurdles over all this firewood and is like, I got a blowtorch. Let me take care of this.
Yeah, she did.
She
I forgot
had a
about that.
fucking
She had like a
blowtorch.
butane. She had one of those like little acetone. Not acetone. What's that called?
Just
You know what
like,
I'm talking about? The tank's like this big and it has like a blowtorch on the end.
yeah, the shit you use
Mapping
for
gas.
dabs.
Yeah, there you go.
Right? Isn't that what you use blowtorches for dabs? Me neither.
I don't mess with none of that stuff,
Dabs
dude.
aren't for dads. That's what I've always said in the DARE program, and I stick by it.
Dabs are not for dads. But
Another,
yeah,
yeah, go ahead.
dude.
Sorry.
No, she won up the fire. It's like, let the man have a moment in his new house. At least let him embarrass himself in front of his friends when he can't get the fire started.
Yeah, and she'd already given firewood out of her yard. She's like, no problem. I don't mind giving firewood as a neighbor, but, maybe there's a little trade-off. Like, I don't get good Wi-Fi here. Like, maybe I could use your Wi-Fi. She, refused to get Wi-Fi in her house. This is like an engineer at Boeing who has tons of money. And she's like, I've been trying to hook up to your Wi-Fi. It says kitchen speaker, and I can't get it to work. And I'm like, you're hooking up to the Bluetooth. So I'm like, dude, have you been hearing her conversations where she's like talking to somebody on the phone? And she's like, yeah, I'm stealing the neighbor's Wi-Fi. They have no idea. I don't pay for Wi-Fi. I let them pay for Wi-Fi. But it was like she was hooking up to the Bluetooth. But also a red flag, dude. She gave him a tour of her house. She lives alone. I want you to remind you. She lives alone in a nice 2-bedroom lake house. Pretty big house. She gives him a tour of her home, and she's like, come on in here. It's my living room. It's my dining room. She's like, this is my bedroom. And she opens up the bedroom, and she sleeps in a Murphy bed. Do you know what that is? Like the ones that fold up into the wall. So both of her bedrooms have Murphy beds in them. So like every night, not for the guest room, dude, for her master bedroom, every night she pulls her bed down out of the wall. She's like, yeah, it just gives me more room. Oh, look at that. That's
Randy,
hilarious.
you got to put this in the video.
I mean, they are cool. If you lived in a studio apartment, I get it. I can't imagine making your bed and then folding it up into the wall every day.
Dude, and this gal has got probably a 5 fucking bedroom house, finished basement. Like, they live in a super
big.
fucking nice neighborhood. And she's got a fucking Murphy bed.
But she's single though, right?
Yeah, I don't think she likes your kind.
That's okay.
I think she likes perfume. Brandy Carlisle reference.
Wow.
What?
I'm saying wow to your Brandy Carlisle reference.
Yeah.
I got to be honest, I'm seeing some of these Murphy beds, and I'm kind of changing my tune a little. Wow. Some of these are really nice. Imagine all the room we'd have for activities in our little 1-bedroom.
Yeah, but we wouldn't even be able to fit a Murphy bed in there. There's no fucking way.
Yeah, you're right.
Because it's like, we have fucking window unit. It's just, we don't have a good setup in our bedroom. It's not good. But yeah, dude, one-uppers, like, she's just a fucking, it's unreal. I've never met. And then she did some creepy shit too. Like, our friends texted her one day and we're like,
This is awesome.
hey, what kind of animal is this? And what did she text back? She was like, I got it. Or I'll be over
That
in a
was
minute.
it. No, she didn't say that. She said on it.
On it.
It was like a groundhog or like maybe a muskrat. And they just sent her a picture like, hey, what kind of animal is this? We know you're like into animals. And she goes, on it. And then I'm standing in their morning room that overlooks the lake, and I go, "Hey, bro, your neighbor's in your yard with a gun right now." And she came over with a 30-06, dude, in town. And this lake is not wide. Like, this lake is only, I could throw a rock into the neighbor's yard across the lake. It's a small lake in a small town. And she tries to shoot this groundhog or gopher. Leans up against a tree, misses. By the way,
That's the funniest fucking part.
funniest part, misses, totally misses. She's like, "Yeah, I'm not supposed to be shooting this in town, but just don't tell anybody." And then last bit, extra creep.
The scope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tell that part.
No, go ahead. It's fucking hilarious.
So
This
our
is the
friend,
best
they
part.
got kayaks, dude, to like work to like small lake. They kayak around on it. It's like a no wake lake. You can only have a 9-horse motor on it. It's just a little pontoon lake, but it's nice. And the neighbor sent her a picture. I was like, out kayaking this morning, and it was a picture taken from the house of her out on the lake kayaking. And it was, so she got sent a picture of herself on the lake, but the picture was taken through like a scope.
A sniper
So
scope.
it looked like, it was like round. It looked like she was in her crosshairs or something.
I'm not
I
fucking
think she
kidding you.
took it to like a telescopic lens. It was
Randy, it looked like this.
out kayaking this morning.
It was black and white. It looked exactly like this fucking sniper scope. And it was a picture of our friend, just adorable as could be, wearing her little life vest, just going along in her fucking kayak. And the photo is of her through a sniper scope. It literally looked like we were watching like an episode of CSI when they do a montage of like all these photos. You know, it's like, okay, here's the deal. This is the boss of the whole thing. This is Jimmy. And then it cuts to the next person. It's like, this is Jimmy's crony.
She's on a stakeout.
And then over here, yeah, dude, it's like, it feels like you're watching fucking CSI or like whatever. You know, when they do the fucking montage with all the people, like it shows a web of everybody and like pictures attached to string. Like, I bet that's what her house is like.
Maybe.
She's
Pull that Murphy bed down. It's just like a list of people she wants to kill.
oh, God, yeah. And there's a few crossed off.
To be fair, I do like her.
Yeah, she's truly
She
one of
grows on you like a Kramer. You know what I mean?
Yes.
She's like a real life Kramer. She like busts into your life unannounced, but you kind of like, it's so entertaining. She takes it so high with her one-upsmanship that it becomes entertaining
Do you
and less
remember?
annoying.
Do you remember when they told us, like, so our buddy is, we do a lot of commercials with him. He's a director.
That's
And what?
nothing.
We do a lot of commercials with him and stuff like that. He's a director and just brilliant. He's great. A lot of the like fun shit we've gotten to do, like the O'Reilly's thing I did was with him. And so they are filming a commercial at his home one day at this lake thing or whatever, at their lake house. And the clients are set up outside watching on TVs out there because they like monitor everything that's going on, watch all the takes, say if they don't like anything. And this gal comes up. She's just standing outside of the screened in porch for like probably, what did he say, like 10 minutes, just standing there like this, like arms behind her back, looking through the screened in porch. And someone's like, oh, Jesus, what are you doing?
Said her name again.
Oh, man. Yeah.
You're not good at being vague. It's not good. You like gave a really good description of who it is just then. Like without saying his name, you're like, he does this. He directed this. Go look it up on YouTube. You'll be able to figure out who this is.
That's okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to matter.
But yeah, dude, she's just creeping behind, looking and watching like, oh, this seems pretty cool.
Yeah.
I have a setup like this.
She didn't say anything, which made it funnier.
Oh,
she
she
didn't
didn't?
announce who she was or what she was doing. She was just literally staring through the screened-in porch.
Oh, fucking what a
Like she
gal.
emerged from the wood.
R.I.P. She's alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So before we wrap this up today, we need to do a little Royce update.
This just in. Dog watch.
little Bocephus Merle Haggard, a.k.a. Royce update.
Mm-hmm.
So Royce is getting up there. He's getting old. He's like 14, right? You got him in 2008 or something?
Yeah, he's like the real Merle Haggard now.
Yeah, he's getting nice and old. I took him to the dentist and or not the dentist. Yeah, I took him to my dentist. I was like, "You guys work on dogs, right?" No, I took him to the vet because he had like this little weird infection on his nose, just old people lesions, I guess. And the vet opened up his mouth and just looked at one of his teeth and goes, "Whoa, this has got to go. We have got to get this out." So we're going to have to get a tooth extracted from little Royce's head. They're going to put him under anesthesia. We are going to do that for him. We're not going to make him go through it without anesthesia, although it would probably be cheaper if we didn't do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Royce is getting old. What did you say? He was like standing by the wrong house or whatever.
Well, do you think he's going blind? Old dogs,
Poor
his
guy.
eyes are getting kind of cloudy. And I notice like when I toss treats at him, they just kind of hit him in the forehead now. Yeah. Some signs are there. I don't throw treats anymore. When he does his tricks, I just hold my hand out and let him find them. And I've dropped stuff on the floor, like when he'll turn his head when he used to be able to like truffle pig it at. He's like a little truffle pig. He's very food motivated. Loves it. Like his dad. And I'll drop something on the floor now and he'll just be like, huh. He's like Denzel from what's that movie? What's the movie where you find out he's blind at the end?
Book of Eli.
Yeah, he's like Denzel from Book of Eli. Like he still can do stuff because he's like food motivated. So he's like, huh.
Yeah.
He'll bite in the direction the food's in, but I can definitely tell we have like walkout basements that are side by side doors with our neighbor. And Simba came in after being out in the cold. And I know Bo doesn't like the cold. And
he hates it.
I couldn't find him. I thought he got out of the yard, and then I was like looking around, and I went up, and then I looked, and he was like had his nose pressed up against the neighbor's door, like waiting. That he does that at our house. Like,
yeah, he'll jump up.
He'll
and go,
poop, and he'll come like right to the door and like put his head against it because he wants to come back inside. And he was like, when I said his name, I was like, Bo, and he was like, oh, Jesus Christ, like a little dementia boy. Like I could tell he was just like, oh, I'm embarrassed. I thought I was at our door. Like he was just standing at the neighbor's door waiting to be let in. And I think he just saw a blurry staircase and went down it.
Yeah. He's
So-
like, where am I?
He's fine. I saw him miss a few jumps too,
Yeah.
Like I thought it was that he was just getting old, but he's still pretty spry. I think he can't see.
Yeah.
He's tried to make the bed one time and just biffed it pretty hard. He missed jumping his chair.
Oh, he missed jumping in his chair?
Yeah, he just like jumped too short and just like his chest on the cushion and like fell on the floor outside.
Oh, God.
And then like looked around like hoping no one saw it.
Yeah, he's
So,
like, fuck, I'm
but you know what?
embarrassed.
He's getting up there, so it's okay.
Yeah, and I'll give it to him. That jump up to our bed is like pretty fucking high. We have one of those like, there's no room for a dresser in our bedroom. So when I moved into the place, I had to buy this fucking IKEA bed frame that has like drawers on the bottom of it, which is fine. I mean, the thing's kind of a piece of shit, but it's a high jump. Like I'm willing to bet it's like 3 feet. So the fact that these senior citizen fucking dogs we have, like Bo's 14. Simba turns 10 on Christmas, They're getting up there. They're becoming old boys. But this morning, when we were leaving, we gave Bo his food in his little slow feeder thing, and Rafe looked over and was like, oh, dude, it looks like he's French. He's a teenager French kissing somebody.
It looked like he was practicing French kissing on a pillow, like when you like a kid, like this is how you kiss girls. And he's just like, I can't see, so he's just like, he's hoping another morsel of food is in that spiral somewhere, and he's like, and I was like, Bo, gross.
Didn't lift up his face once. It was like he was going through every little part of the slow feeder bowl, like, just looked like a fucking
psycho.
Like he's licking a fucking face, doesn't know how to kiss yet.
Like Buffalo Bill.
All right, fuck me.
He's like tucking his little dog pink wiener down between his legs, dancing in the mirror when we're gone.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, Yeah, but he's still doing good. He's still a spry little boy.
This has been Dog Watch.
It's been the dog watch. All right, y'all. Well, we love you guys. And Rafe's probably going to do a few episodes with me. Rafe and Bobby will definitely do a few episodes with me while Libby's on the road. And when this comes out, we'll already have been in Portland and Spokane, Washington. So love y'all. Glad that I got to do those shows. I'm pre-saying this unless I die.
What should we plug? Flyover?
Yeah, Flyover.
November 12th?
November 11th through 13th.
11th through 13th. I'll be at the Funny Bone the weekend before that. And
November 4th through 6th.
And then
Rafe will be at the Funny Bone,
and I will be
headlining.
headlining Backdoor Comedy Club the following week. So I got a nice homestand in St. Louis. If you're a St. Louis listener and you always wondered what young grandpa might sound like live, come on out. Find out.
Come on out. It sounds a lot like this. I'm Rafe Williams.
I love ranch.
Ranch. But yeah, and then Flyover Comedy Festival is November 11th through 13th. And Libby and I did a live show there a couple of years ago doing
Bam.
Slop City, which was fucking awesome. That was where Rafe like fooled us all and fucking, I legitimately was pissed at him. Like, are you fucking kidding me? You're not listening to our podcast. And I don't expect
Got
you to
him.
listen to every single episode.
I
You know,
don't. I listen to a lot.
at least he's honest, guys.
Listen to mine.
It's funny because he's being very truthful.
100%.
100%. And Bobby's. Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I look at the comments when people are mad that Libby's not here, and it's me and Bobby. That's what I typically
No
do.
one's mad. Everybody,
They're not
like,
happy.
whatever. But yeah, so Flyover is November 11th through 13th, and it is a comedy festival here in St. Louis. If you're here, great. Come out and see us. If you want to travel for it, great. It's fucking awesome. It is a very, very good comedy festival. 3 days full of comedy, fun.
Yep.
Good
Headliners,
times.
Rachel Feinstein and Doug Benson and all kinds of comedians from all over the country. Get a wristband pretty cheap and go to every single show if you want. We got improv. We got sketch.
Mm-hmm.
Come out and support live comedy after a year, the weirdest year in all of our lives. Weirdest year and a half. Weirdest 2 years. Let's just say. Let's round up. It's
We're
been 2
definitely
years.
getting up into 2 years.
It's been 2 years of real fucking weird times. So
It's crazy to think like there's an episode of us doing Slop City when the pandemic first hit, and we're like, "Oh, dude, this will be done in like 6 months. It won't go that long." And then here we are, October 16th, 2021. Still,
yeah, I'm about to wear a mask in Men's Warehouse.
Yeah, we got to go to Men's Warehouse. 2 of our very close friends are getting married tonight, so
Yeah, I went into Men's Warehouse to get a suit for this wedding. I know we're going over.
no, it doesn't
But-
matter. Go ahead.
The reason they're going out of business, dude. I went in and this guy was like, "Hello, sir. Welcome to Men's Warehouse. Looking for a suit?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he came up to me. He's like, "Let's get you measured." And this guy, like, you know, your friend from high school that still shows up for weddings that hasn't quite figured out how to dress up yet. That like they'll
Wearing
wear,
a fucking metallic shirt or something.
yeah, they're wearing like a club shirt, like a metallic shirt with like slacks that are 4 sizes too big, and it's like tucked in.
Yeah, they look like they shit their pants.
And their tie's only like this long. They didn't tie it right.
Ugh.
That's what this guy looked like. He has like his shirt looked like it was too big.
Look like a
And-
restaurant manager or something, like
Yeah,
a schlubby restaurant manager.
Yeah, kind of. You know, and like I don't mind if that's your style. That's your
Right.
style. But if you're selling suits and you come to me and your suit's covered in mustard stains and
Yeah.
wrinkled, and you're just like, "I know what looks good. I guarantee it." I'm like, I don't think you do guarantee it. I think the guarantee, I don't even see that Men's Warehouse guarantee guy anymore. He stopped guaranteeing it because they can't guarantee it anymore. But he measured me. He's like, "Can I measure you?" And his breath stunk so bad that, bro, I had a mask, he had a mask, and his halitosis was just like a fucking ninja cutting through both masks into my nose
Ugh.
to the point that I was like, holy fucking moly, this is disgusting. And he measured me and he goes, "You're a 54 long." I was like, "Nah, I don't think so, man. I've lost 100 pounds this year, and at my largest, I was a 50.
Yeah.
So you're off.
by a fucking
And I ain't
lot.
never been along. I'm 6'1", but I've got a very short torso. And he goes, "No, you're a 54. I measured. You gotta trust me on these things." I go, "All right, dude, go get a 54." And he goes and gets a 54, dude.
He walked
and
like-
looked,
he walked
I
like-
felt like we were going to homecoming together, and I just put on his Letterman's jacket because it was so big. It was like this. It was like my fingertips barely came out of the sleeves. It looked like I was two little kids trying to sneak into a movie. And
I
goes,
imagine
"Whoa."
he walked like Kid Rock on that meme where he's like naked on the fucking beach, you know? And he's like
Kinda.
walking with his shoulders. That's how he walked to go get your suit.
Then he gave me a suit, and he's like, "This suit, I think." The other guy comes up, and so the guy that owns it's like this. He was dressed nice, and he was kind of like a sassy gay man. And I liked his vibe because he was in charge. You could tell he was training everybody.
Yes.
But he's trying to he's like, "You get over here. I'll handle this. I'm going to make you look good. I understand what's going on. He measured you wrong. I apologize for that. Let me get this. Listen, when you go into the program, you got to do this. Is this your customer? What is this?" He's like yelling at him for like loose slacks on the floor.
He bitch slaps his fucking...
He was yelling, and he's like, "You need to take a 15-minute break. Go take a break. Other than that, we need to get these slacks off the floor." But he had clearly just pissed because his fly was down, and he had on light gray. Fly open, piss specks all over. Awesome. So many piss specks, like 25 of them.
On his jeans or on his little boxers?
No, on his slacks.
Oh, yeah.
He had like
What kind
like super light charcoal gray slacks on, so it showed.
Oh,
you could tell he just like, he must have went in there and pissed so hard into the urinal that it splashed all over.
Little baby specks.
So now this guy, but I mean, his shirt looked great. Everything fit him to a T. He looked great other than that, but I'm like, I got this guy. It's my friend Donnie from high school who's still wearing the shirt and the tie clearly came in the same box. And I got this guy with piss all over him, both being like, "We're going to make you look good for this wedding. Trust us." And I'm like, this feels like a sketch that I'm in.
You're like,
Men's
"Get your
Warehouse.
penises out."
Yeah. And the guy's like, "You need a black suit? Bad news, Buster. There's a black suit shortage." And I go, "Wait, that sounds made up." And he goes, "No, there is." And I go, "There's just black suits?" He's like, "It's prom and homecoming season, and a lot of people have died." I was like, "Holy shit, dude.
People
Holy
are dead.
shit." And he wasn't wrong. There was a black suit shortage. Everything stuck in port. So I had to like order a suit offline for a wedding today. It came at 8:30 last night, showed up at my house.
Yeah, you lucked the fuck out. I don't even know what I'm wearing tonight. So Rafe's in a lot fucking better shape than I am.
I'm in the wedding, and he's like, "The only thing is a black suit, and I don't own one."
Yeah.
But so, in fairness, Men's Warehouse,
Came through.
you came through.
Mhm.
You got me a black Kenneth Cole Technical activewear suit in the mail in 2 days.
I feel like the Kenneth Cole suits are like primo. Like
They're pretty good.
they look good.
I like them.
They're nice and fitted. They're cute.
Got me a little slim fit,
Ooh.
so it's tight in my buns and a little tight on my calves. But what are you going to do? It's too late to change that now.
I haven't seen
So
it
risky.
on him yet, so we'll post a pic later. or
What's a
something.
risky thing to order in the mail?
Oh, fuck yeah.
You know, like
You're lucky
that's-
though, it fit.
It did. It fit, and it was the right length.
Mm-hmm.
Got real lucky. But anyway, sorry we went over for that Men's Warehouse story.
It's not, we're good.
Men's Warehouse. You're going to like the way you sound. I guarantee it.
Oh, God. I can't get over the guy having like little piss streaks
I could not stop laughing.
and him saying, "Bad news, Buster."
Yeah.
Great.
He gave no fucks. You could just tell like they're stressed to the max. I think the whole staff was new. They just closed like half the Men's Warehouses over COVID.
That's how.
The company's going bankrupt. You could just tell things are the shambles there, but they're hanging on in Brentwood. Eager Road. Go get taken care of.
Yep. If you're eager to fucking get a big schlubby suit, get on down the Men's Warehouse.
Yeah. The other guy showed me a suit. Literally had the wrong. He goes, "Try this one on." And he goes, "Yeah, that looks good." And I go, "Hey, these pants are a different color, man." And he goes, No, it just looks that way." So I took them off, and I'm like, "Bro, they're a different brand." It was like a Kenneth Cole suit jacket with these like some other Pronto or something. I'm like, these aren't even the right slacks, dude. They're just a different pair of blue slacks. And the guy was like, "Oh my God, this is what happens when you have new people." He's just like, he's so over it, dude.
Just shitting
Just
on all of them.
over it. And like, he definitely knew what he was talking about. Like, aside from the piss and the fly.
The top was Kenneth Cole, and the bottom was like Zenith Cole,
And
like
when
just some off-brand.
Not even close. And when he checked me out,
It
his
was
fly
J.
was
Cole.
up.
Oh, it was. So he realized
So
it.
at some point while I was being helped out, he was like, "Oh God, my fly's been down this whole time."
Dude, that has got to be so embarrassing.
It's kind of hard to recover from as a guy, don't you think, Randy? Like, you get caught.
At my age, I don't give a fuck, man.
I don't care either, but like, if you're in a situation
Don't
where
give a
you're
shit.
supposed to be the authoritarian on something,
Yeah.
especially if it's just us hanging out, whatever, flies down, haha. But if, like, imagine if I was like teaching a comedy class.
Yeah.
It might actually work there. Be
Yeah,
like,
for
"See?
sure.
Everything's a joke, guys."
Sure. If you're like a high-powered CEO, you're
Yeah.
like, listen, motherfuckers, and like trying
Yeah.
to be mean and hard.
Imagine like going
Get
on,
me my coffee, and
Yeah,
your fucking flies down.
you go on Shark Tank with like your fly down. Like, imagine
You would get destroyed.
your dick is out, and for that reason, I'm out.
Sad. Oh boy.
Okay.
All right. Well, it's time for me to shit my pants like normal.
Yeah.
And how's your shit situation? You feel okay?
I ain't prairie dogging yet, but I'm at like 4 centimeters. I'm crowning. They might induce labor soon.
Sad.
Yeah. I'm probably going to blow up Randy's spot before we leave. I'm not going to lie.
I'm peeing before both y'all get in there and destroy my shit.
Yeah, you definitely got to pee before me because I'm about to fucking
better
blow
cut.
this bitch up.
Hey, cut it out.
All right, y'all.
Hold it up.
We love you. Thanks for listening to Slope City Podcast. Slop City, everybody. We love you guys. And I guess I got to do Libby's job and say cut.
You fucking moron.
That it?